It's Sunday morning, a lovely day, and you can see where my day starts out today. It quite often does, not always on a Sunday though. I'm doing a little bit of working in the storage today, and got to be back and forth between a couple of different estates. One I'm closing out and one I'm beginning. And it's the second day of the Plato's sale, so I may end up going by there at some point today. Not sure. Got lots going on. I have an interesting life, that's for sure. I got invited this morning. A friend called, and her ladies group has tickets to the Orpheum, season tickets to the Orpheum here in Memphis, and Finding Neverland's on right now, and I would love to go see it. And she actually offered me a free ticket because one of the ladies couldn't go this afternoon, and I already had estate stuff set up and all of that. Being dedicated is not always fun. I'm sitting here going, oh man. But life is what it is, and this is where I need to be today. So I'll probably take you in my storage. This is just going to kind of be a random, this is what I did today. Day in the life, true day in the life, I guess. I've made some changes in my storage units, and my kids and I, they live with me, as you see in my other videos, or if this is your first one, you don't know. My big kids live with me, and my little grandkids live with me, and we are all paying off the last little bit of my house and doing some repairs. And we had a family meeting this weekend and decided the most pertinent repairs that we need to make to the house and all of that. I've been living there almost 25 years. We're going to do that and start gearing up towards looking to move. It will be in the same area, of course, but maybe with just a little bit more land and a little bit more room for all of us. Ideally, we're looking for something with the mother-in-law's wing, or a little bit extra land where we can put me in a granny pod, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's just me, so I don't take up a lot of room. My stuff does because of my business, but we talked about all of that this weekend. I've got some great kids, and they're going to rearrange some things, and I'm going to rearrange some things, and we're going to move forward with the big plan. So we're all excited about that. So apprehensive because I've been in my house for almost 25 years. I was younger than my daughter is now when I moved in there. So it'll be a lot of life changes and things like that, but change is a good thing. Keeps you young. Or makes you old really fast, but I'm going to choose the first thing. So let's see what the day holds today. There's my little lady that stands at the front of my storage, as you can see. Needless to say, I turn her around when I leave because she scares me. I use this in my booth sometimes. I pulled it out of one booth that I had, and I've got to put some more buttons and things. I sell these usually $1 a piece, $1.25, $1.50. You know, depends on what it is, but usually $1 a piece. I sell these all day long. You know, it'll make your booth rent back. I usually have them covered. So she's got her on the, let's see, can you turn around, lady? Oh, without your head falling off? Probably not, but anyway, she's got them on the back and everything. I'll do it on the back. But this, I've already pulled some things out, but this is the storage in progress. This is the one that's in my other videos, and I've been sorting over the last several months. This is all of my hard goods over here, and you'll see if you compare it to my other videos that I had a whole lot of hard goods, like from this section all the way in the front, and it was full and all of that, because I am an estate liquidator as a living, And so a lot of the things that I was getting was more of the hard goods and things. And with the exception of this one right here, I think, because that's linens, all of this is hard goods. And right now, this is the only hard goods. These are the only hard goods that I have listed on eBay right now. Sorry, we're near an airport. And it's Sunday morning, so everybody's flying home. A lot of toys, you know, things like that. And some of these, health and beauty. I've got them all divided into linens and things like that. I could be real elaborate, like a lot of them are, and I probably can, you know, if I get to where I'm doing just clothing or accessories or something like that. But I've got so much product that moves in and moves out at pennies on the dollar, and I donate and I purge and all of that, that I don't go into my listings and put, you know, I don't put everything in bags and all of that. It would just be time intensive for me and a waste of my time. So I'm a professional organizer by trade. I've been doing this for years. It doesn't look like it now, does it? I just emptied out 2 estates though, so everything that's down the middle here, this is all to be listed. I've got this, and as Steve and Steph laughingly say, I've got my shower full because I don't use my shower in my room, so I use it as a closet right now. I've got it full of things to do, and then I've got a pile, about like that pile right there, with bags from Plato's and all of that from this weekend that I need to get listed. And then once that gets done, then it goes into these. And I've just got them simply marked: men's t-shirts, men's long sleeve shirts, men's dress shirts, whatever. This is where I am right now. Like, all of my kids' stuff is in here because I just don't do a lot of kids' stuff. Most of it that I buy ends up going to my grandkids on purpose. You know, I just buy for them. I've got sleepwear down here on the bottom. Where is it? Down here on the bottom is uniform tops, jeans, shorts. All of this is women's here. Let me back up. All of this is men's. Through here, women's. And then back on this shelf back here, I'll take you to the top, see if I can do it without falling over. I've got totes and purses, Vera Bradley. I pulled it separate because I liquidated an estate that had a lot of those in it. Little costumes, you know. And I can usually, not always, there's been a couple of times that I've had to really dig for something that was like a t-shirt or a bra or something like that, that I have a lot of volume in, or like some of these caps. Every once in a while they can look a lot alike. But I got a lot of the caps and things like that. You see the caps and hats. Socks and hose. At one time I could do socks and hose, but I can't anymore. On eBay I used to could sell the vintage ones. I'm going to set my phone down a minute. Let me put you on pause. Sorry about that. I'm using my phone and I don't have good rotator cuffs, so I can only do one thing at a time. Good thing I'm not chewing gum, I guess. These items right here, that's the way that I do my bras. I just put them all in, and I know what I'm looking for. You know, I go by color or whatever. I've got one that's gotten almost empty. So these things right here came from home today. I've got these that I got listed, and these are things that I'm going to sort into the bins and everything. They'll be ready to go. All of this, if you saw the video where I liquidated my square dance caller's wife's belongings, this is a lot of her leftover stuff, and at the end of it all, he told me to just keep it and keep the money at the end, and that was kind of my payment for helping him. I was just helping him as a friend, and so I agreed to do that because she had some nicer clothes and things, so I did that. But all of this is stuff. This here, all of these, and it's organized chaos. I know that these are men's things, or these are women's things, or this is hard goods, or this is, you know, all those lovely Crown Royal bags. You know, I just put them all in one, and then when I get one full, then I put up a lot of them. Some of this is hard goods that's on the bottom down here, games, a few things like that. Handful of things here. I don't even know what's in those banana boxes. I'd have to open it up because it was just liquidated and I had, you know, helpers cleaning out and stuff. All of this is things that need to be repaired and things, so I've got it down the middle. But pretty much when I walk into this, and this is my only eBay storage, it's 10 by 20. It's my working storage. When I walk in, I know I can get hard goods out of here. All of this down the middle and across the back is stuff to be listed. So I can just grab a bag, take it to my house. I'm living out of my room, you know, because the rest of the family has most of the house, you know, living space and things like that. And my office and everything is located in my bedroom, 15 by 17 bedroom. And so I just grab a few of these things, take it home, list it, bring it back, sort it out. And then this is all my soft goods over here. This is what I'm working on, putting my jewelry in and things. I'm getting to where I'm liquidating a lot of jewelry and all of that. So let me pick this up here. These are items that I've pulled out. I'll show you these real quick. Camera work is not going to be good and the sound's not going to be good because of the airplane. Sorry about that. But I sold this t-shirt. I bought it for under $1. It just fell on the floor, so I have to clean it up. But I got this sold. Recognize the number? I don't believe he's been playing. I'm not a sports person, so you know, I think he's not playing this year, right? Is he the one that's injured? I don't know. I'd have to look. Anyway, I didn't raise the price, and I should have probably, but I had somebody bite on this at $13. I had it listed for $15.99 with best offer, and I just came back and said that's the pre-Super Bowl price that I was holding at the $15.99, and he took it. So I got that sold, and like I said, it had way less than $1 in it. I got this sold for $14.99. I sell a lot of the UPS uniform shirts and things. One guy bought both of these ties, but he bought them separately, but I'm going to do some combined shipping for him. He didn't ask, but I'm going to. But just some plain ties. Pierre Cardin and a brownstone. He likes stripes, apparently. So I'll do those. Sometimes I'll touch it up a little bit, but you know, there's people that are aficionados in their ties, and they sell to a lot of collectors. And if it's a collectible tie, if it's something that's worth like, you know, 25 bucks or over, I'm going to roll it around something. I'm going to find a tube or something, roll it, put it in a box, all that. But frankly, if they're little $3 and $5 ties, which is what these are, you know, I've got 10 cents in it, 10, 15 cents in it, or whatever from the bin store, and I just buy them in handfuls. If I've only got that much in it, and they've only got that much in it, I just figure, you know, I take these and I fold them over, because I know most people, you know, if they buy stuff at the thrift store anyway, or they buy it on eBay, they don't expect it to be perfect. If they do, they're shopping in the wrong place. They need to go to Dillard's or something, or Nordstrom or somewhere. But I'll take these and I'll fold it over, put it in a plastic bag, and then I just put it down in a, I don't know what size it is. It is a 4x6 or whatever, just manila envelope, and put my eBay tag on the outside, label on the outside, and ship it off. I sold this. You'll have to look on my eBay store listings or whatever. Look down in the link below the box, and you'll see links to my Etsy store, eBay, you know, all of that. But you can see my solds on there if you look me up by seller. But this is a Garbo style hat. It's faux fur. It's not real. I paid $1 for it, and I sold it for $15.99, and they didn't even make an offer on it. I've got best offer on everything, except that Patriot shirt. This one's a ballet bra, and I don't know how I missed it. I'm usually pretty good about things, but I must have gotten distracted. But I didn't take a picture of this damage that's on there. They will buy with damage. And so I'm just going to go back before I print the label or anything like that. The lady's already paid for it, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to tell her, you know, that there was an error in the listing, that it did have this and this picture was not included. And if she wants to cancel the order, I'm going to let her do that, or otherwise I'm going to take a couple of dollars off. I'm going to offer to take a couple of dollars off for her and go on and sell it to her. These bras I have, you know, 25, 30 cents, depends on if they're padded or not. And I sold this one for $10, so I'll probably sell it to her for $7 or $8 if she's interested, plus her shipping. These Victoria's Secrets, they always sell. Got a hot pink one. It hasn't been paid for yet, but I'm going to go on and pick it up and take it. And then when she pays for it, then I'll do the shipping on it. But this one, if she pays for it, it's sold for $11. And like I said, I've got about 25, 30 cents in it. I picked this up for $1. It's new with tags. It's one of the little honeymooners bag, happily ever after. Actually looked pretty good for it being at the bins and stuff. It's got one little compartment inside and it looked pretty clean. Of course, I took good pictures of it and everything. That ended up selling for $14.99 plus shipping. I do plus shipping on everything, so all of those sold. But let me show you how I do my ties. Everybody says, oh, it's such a nightmare to find ties once you've sold them, and it's like, yeah, it sure is. The best method that I've got right now, this one's I've got to get a closed tote for this, so I keep them covered. But what I do is I just mark R through Z, and I go by, if it's like Pierre Cardin, I go by its last name, Cardin, and it's going to be in this one. Of course, that would be in that one, either one. And I just fold them up with the tag out. This one got turned around, but usually just fold them up with the tag out. That's one of those cute wearable art types. And that way I can look at it and say, okay, it's a striped one, and I can look through all the striped ones, you know, that are the proper color, and then I just check the tag. And I can usually pull out ties. I've got probably 300 ties right now. Same way with the hats. I usually, you know, they look all bunched up and crazy and all of that kind of stuff. But you know what they do when they come from the bins anyway. Like I said, I sell them cheap enough that, you know, I'm not Nordstrom. Don't intend to be. I think people make this too difficult sometimes. I'm all about customer service, and I'm all about, you know, getting something to somebody. But if they're getting something for 15 bucks or under, they're going to get things, you know, so that they can purchase it at a really, really good price. I'm going to have it in as clean a condition as possible and nice a condition as possible, but I'm going to ship it cheap, and I'm going to pack it cheap, and I'm going to store it cheap. So there you go. Moving on. Well, I'm in between working at my estate and another estate and storage, and I went back to Plato's. I'll do another haul video, but just as a preview, I don't know if you can see it or not. $28.36, and I saved $442.50 today. Everything was on yellow tag clearance, and they had it marked 2 for $1 today. There you go. That's how you make money reselling.